Afternoon, guys. How's it going? Chris Graham here for wheelerbetting.co.uk. Once again, it's time for Stats Chat, my weekly video that looks back on, looks ahead to the weekend fixtures and picks at any particular nostalgic stats or key betting trends involved with any of these games that are taking place this weekend. I always pick 5 games, and I'll kick straight on right now. A bit of a Scottish edition this week, but hey, don't go anywhere. That's because the bulk of the English games took place today on Good Friday. So just one English game to talk about, and that is the game between Cardiff and Stoke on Sunday in the Premier League. Cardiff really in trouble at the moment, fighting for their lives. It will no doubt be an unsuccessful fight, I'm afraid. And they're unbeaten. They're no 1-7 against Stoke, so that's not a stat that helps them out. Stoke played 7, won 4, drawn 3, lost 0 against the Welsh side. Last Cardiff win was way back on February 11th, 2006. 3-0 win that day for Cardiff. I just looked at their squad that day. In fact, 2 current Crystal Palace players, Palace of course the team at the moment just now, 2 current Crystal Palace players were playing for Cardiff that day, Joe Ledley and Cameron Jerome. Unfortunately, Tony Pulis wasn't managing Stoke that day. That was his sort of gap here in between his 2 separate spells as Stoke manager, so that fact could have really been quite funny if that was the case. Anyway, game 2, and it's the SPL. It's Hearts against Ross. These sides have actually only played each other 10 times in their history, which is extraordinary. In the last 8 times, it's gone over 2.5, which I think is a really nice wee stat. So 8 in a row, it's gone over 2.5. Well, the first time they actually met was back in the autumn of 1998 in the League Cup in Scotland. Hearts going through in penalties that night in the quarter-final. Current Hearts manager Gary Locke was playing for Hearts that night. Game 3, another SPL game, Kilmarnock against Partick, and I will call it the SPL, I'm not calling it the SPFL, so up yours. SPL, Kilmarnock against Partick Thistle, and Kilmarnock unbeaten in 8 against Thistle. Really strong start here. Played 8, won 5, drawn 3, lost none. And you can also add in the fact that both teams have scored in this fixture the last 7 times, but the key stat is of course Kilmarnock's dominance over Thistle, 8 unbeaten. And in fact, if you go back to St Andrews Day 2002 to find the last time Partick Thistle beat Kilmarnock, that was a 3-0 win back, wow, 12 years ago, isn't it? My favourite stat of the weekend is the game between Cowdenbeath and Livingston in the Scottish Championship second tier. These sides have played each other only 14 times in their history as well. Cowdenbeath won the second match in that 14-game spell, and since then Livingston have gone unbeaten, so they're Livingston unbeaten in 12 against Cowdenbeath. Played 12, won 9, drawn 3, lost none, and they won the last 3 games as well. This 12-game unbeaten run, these wins have taken place in the 4th tier, the 2nd tier, the League Cup and the Scottish Cup, so it's been an all-round battering for Cowdenbeath against Livingston. Cowden's only win, the solitary win in their history against Livingston, came on November the 18th, 1995. That was the first inaugural season for Livingston. It was back in the bottom tier of Scottish football, the 4th tier. Extraordinary year that year. Ross County and Inverness Caledonian Thistle, who are now both in the SPL, were in the 4th tier that year, and they didn't get promoted. Ross finished 3rd and ICT finished 4th, but that was the last time, the only time Cowdenbeath have ever beat Livingston. It's also the same week that Princess Diana gave her very revealing interview to Martin Bashir, but essentially Livingston unbeaten in 12 against Cowdenbeath, and they're the key side for head-to-head dominance this weekend. Wrap it up between the game also in the Championship between Hamilton and Alloa. Both teams to score no. So there's always been a 0 in the last 6 times these sides have met between 2006 and 2014. If you see BTTS priced up for this match, press no, because the last 6 times we've seen a 0 in this fixture, and in fact 7 in the last 8 as well. Hamilton against Alloa. Guys, enjoy the rest of Easter.